Hello, everyone. Welcome to an episode of WGLC. I have not done an episode of anything in quite some time, and it is simply because I am extremely busy. I would love to have the time to just focus on everything music. My own projects, and I want to work on my own projects in a big way. I want to write and continue to increase my skills on the brass and the guitar. But it's interesting. Even though I don't have a lot of time, and things have been the past couple of months have been a little crazy. Um, I you get inspired in different ways. People get inspired in different ways, and it's so true. Yeah, I've gone for walks, and just the sound of water hitting some rocks while it's raining, or just the way something happens, or the way I interact with a certain individual, all of a sudden it inspires thought, and I will end up writing a song or creating something. And that type of inspiration comes with this podcast also. I got inspired to talk about a beautiful young vocalist who I have never heard of before. I accidentally heard her because I was watching a show on Apple Plus, and bam, I heard her voice. I heard the raw nature of the song, and I just hit Shazam. I keep telling everybody, Shazam everything. If you like something, if you don't binge watch anything on TV without your phone next to you, because then you can Shazam it, and in your history, even a couple months later, you can go over your search history and find some great artists that you already like, because that's why you hit the Shazam button. So it's a great way to look for new artists. I found this artist here. Her name is Danielle Ponder. I don't know why I find this artist to be so amazing. I don't know what attracted me so much to her. It's just, I think a couple things. The music is raw. There's silence in it. There's space with time, but also with sound. So you're kind of sucked in, thinking, what's happening here? Is this a practice session? Is this the real song? But then when she sings, you hear the raw nature of her voice, and you realize that they're doing this on purpose. The way this song is constructed, it's constructed in a way to kind of suck you in, and then to really showcase the talent of her vocal ability, just the beautiful raw nature of her voice, and of course, she's working with some great musicians as well. The name of the song is "Holding Me Down." It is a live track. I promise you, you're going to listen to this and you're going to think, what is next? What is this beautiful young vocalist going to do next? Let's give it a listen. So before she starts singing, I just need to say the chord changes to this song are very simple. And that's one aspect of the blues and of this kind of like bluesy, soulful jazz, right? That is very, it's what separates that soulful jazz from like complicated, B flat, flat 6, sharp 11, and all this nonsense type of playing with all these crazy chord changes and inversions. This is essentially E minor, A minor, E minor, and then like a B minor to a D major, back to E minor type of thing. But it might not even be. The guitar player, and he's playing a beautiful Fender Tele, by the way, which I am currently in the market for. But anyways, the guitar player is after playing a chord, just doing a couple little licks, nothing big. And a lot of times if you go to websites and you're like, oh, what chord was that? They play a B minor chord, but then they do a little riff before they go back to the E minor. And some of these fancy sites will say, well, it was a B minor, but it was a flat 6 with a D suspended fourth before they went back to the E minor. And a lot of times it's really just them doing a B minor chord, a little couple of notes out of the scale, and then back to an E minor chord, right? And so essentially, it's like the song is essentially 4 chords. Well, there's a part near the end, it's like the bridge, I guess you could say, that they change things up a bit. But listen to this song. Listen to how raw it is. Listen to how raw this song is. There's not much going on musically anywhere. The keyboard player, I'm sure she's very talented, but her role in this song is basically the bass. She's playing the bass, and then later she plays a few chords. The drummer, again, I'm sure she's very talented, but she's just not, in this song, for this role, she's not called on to do anything complicated. The guitar player in this song at one point actually does a little bit of a solo. It's like 8 bars or whatever. And it's nice. And again, a complexity is overrated. When you can take a song and keep it down to its bare minimum and suck the listener in, so the listener just wants to hear what you're doing, wants to hear the voice, wants to hear what's being showcased. When you're able to do that, you've won. You've won. You can take the most complex Miles Davis trumpet solo. I can promise you, 1 out of every 300 people walking through the street are going to stop and say, hey, that sounds pretty good. I think you just did a diminished 6th scale right there. I mean, seriously, but you hear something like this, and it's like a black hole. It sucks you in because you're on your edge of your seat. You want to know, what is she going to do? There are even moments where you're like, is she going to sing out of key? Because it's so empty. The song is so devoid of a lot of background stuff that you're hanging on her next note. And you're thinking to yourself, if I was singing this song, I wouldn't sing the next note correctly. I'd be flat, sharp all over the place. That type of songwriting style, that type of arrangement and production in a song, I think is bold. It's bold. It's what Prince did with When Doves Cry. You know, we need more of that. Okay, rant over. Let's go back. I'm just going to go back again. I'll put a link down below so you can listen to the song in its entirety without my ugly face making stupid comments. Let's listen again from the beginning.
If I had it my way, I would start all over. Start all over. The past is killing you and I know we must admit we can get over. We can get over. Holding me, holding me, holding me down. Holding me down. Holding me, holding me, holding me down. Holding me down.
Okay, I just had to come in there. So there's very little happening instrumentally. The guitar player is doing an excellent job just kind of keeping that, you know, the chord changes are what this singer is singing over. And trust me, they help her and guide her in her singing. They really do. Hearing those chords in the background really help. But he's not just playing chords. If you notice, he is doing something very artful, very creative with the chords. But he's not doing a lot because he understands his role in this song is not to go completely nuts and solo, although I think he's about to do like an 8 or 4 bar solo right here. But there's also a point, let me just find it. Just before this beautiful chorus where this woman's voice comes in, right? So, hold on, I think this might be it. Right here. So you hear the keyboard is obviously split. So the left half of the keyboard is the bass guitar. And this keyboardist is playing the bass with her left hand. And she comes in with like a Fender Rhodes with a little bit of, it's got some like modulation to it. So she hits the chord and it sounds a little bit it sounds kind of wavy, you know. She doesn't just hit the chord and that's it. And she sees now with her left hand there, she's playing the bass, and then holding me down. And you can see that this is a live recording. You know, you can, and the person who recorded this did an excellent job as well, the videographer, because the music is on one track, and of course the video is separate, and there's more than one camera angle here, so they did a good job of synchronizing the playing with the music, which is huge, especially when there's not a lot going on musically. You know, if there was a crazy band, you know, the drummer was going nuts, you had the bass player, keyboard player was going completely berserk, and there was 2 guitar players, a couple of background singers, and maybe a trumpet player in the background too, the person putting the video together can almost make a mistake when it comes to synchronizing the music with the video, because the listener's probably not going to catch that. And trust me, that happens all the time. MTV, some of the best music videos ever, whether it's Guns N' Roses, Prince, you know, Metallica, some of the best music videos from the 80s had horrible synchronization between the music and the video. Right here, well, first of all, music videos aren't necessarily supposed to be live, but if you ever watch a lot of those old Van Halen videos, a lot of them, it's like a music video, but it's also them on the stage playing. And you really got to make sure that if Eddie Van Halen goes into a solo, that it's sunk, you know, or it's synced up. I don't know if it's sunk or synced. I have no idea, but you synchronize it correctly. You got to make sure, because the viewer is going to look at it and be like, huh? But this is different. This is an actual live performance, and there is very little happening with the instruments. Again, it's by choice. It's by design. But every little touch of the key, every little touch on the guitar, if there's no sound synchronization with that, or if it's off a little bit, we're going to notice it. I just want to hear this again. This is just so amazing. This woman's voice when she goes into the chorus, it just almost sends shivers up my back. Hear the guitar changing.
I wanna be like a bird in the sky,
like a 4-bar solo.
with freedom in my own mind. You want me there to stay by your side. I wasn't born to come down the side, holding me, holding me, holding me down, holding me down, holding me, holding me, holding me down, holding me down. Baby, won't you tell me what I gotta do? Caught up in circles, fighting for you. Nothing you can tell me wanna break the rules. How does this pain? Tell me, are you? Lord, tell me, are you? Tell me, are you?
I love that guitar. Wow. All right, so, oops, I moved the wrong thing because I'm an idiot. All right, so, what did we just watch? In my mind, that is perfection. But it's perfection in a lot of ways. It's perfection in the sense that it's a song that has the appearance of simplicity, but the impact of depth, you know, like real depth and meaning. But it also lays out a beautiful canvas for people who just, I mean, I could put that song on in the background and jam over that chord progression for hours. I can grab my trumpet. I can grab my guitar. Of course, it would, and with my trumpet, I'll have to play it in a different key. But you know, just sit there and jam over that because it's so inviting. It's inviting to the listener who's like, what is this? But it's also inviting to other musicians. It's a creator's dream is what that is. Listen to the version that was actually on the show on Apple Plus. There was another version. This version actually has a good amount of reverb on her vocals. There's even less going on, I believe, after she sings that bridge at the end of the song. The song trails off right here. But on the live version that we just watched, when she did after that bridge that she sang, she did some, you know, like some improv, and she sang a little bit as the song trailed off. So she kind of almost went back into a chorus after she did that. But let's just listen to this version. This is the version, again, that was on Apple TV. There's more going on.
If I had it my way, I would
Definitely more reverb.
start all over. Start all over.
It almost sounds like spring reverb. It's really beautiful.
The past is killing you and I, and we must admit we can't get over. We can't get over. Hurting me, hurting me, hurting me down. Holding me down. Holding me, holding me, holding me down.
organ. I like that. But you see what I'm talking about?
I wanna be like a bird in the sky, flying with freedom in my arms. You want me there just to stay by your side. I wasn't born kind on the side, holding me,
Cello.
holding me down,
Or violin.
holding me down, holding me,
Cello.
holding me, holding me down, holding me down. Baby, won't you tell me what I gotta do?
All right, so the reason why I feel the need to take this artist here, Danielle Ponder, and to do this episode about her again, and this could be, this could be on B sharp and C, this could be on Indie is In, but I decided to put this on WGLC, Wicked Good Live Clips, because I think the live clip is wicked good. I'll put the link for this song or for both songs down below. Again, I don't own the rights to these songs, so YouTube might at some point actually, once they run their algorithm, grab the information and just put it down below also, depending upon where the song is published. But again, I keep doing this. I keep finding artists who are so insanely talented, but then what ends up happening, and yes, I know I sound like I'm ranting and I'm just going on this rampage of like, but the Adeles of the world, the Ed Sheerans of the world, yes, they're talented, okay? They have talent. I do not subscribe or ascribe to the belief that that's all there is. There are thousands of extremely talented people out there, and they're putting out music. They're writing music. They're releasing music. They're publishing music. It's getting used in shows, like this song here was used on a show on Apple TV Plus. So there is music out there. I think that we, the consumer, we just have to do a little bit more effort to find it, because what ends up happening is, because of the heavy amount of advertisement, or the word advertisement isn't even the right word. It's not like we turn on the TV and we see that Adele commercial, coming soon is this. We really don't. I shouldn't say advertisement. I should say promotion. When the music industry gets behind someone like Justin Bieber, Adele, Lady Gaga, right? Lady Goo Goo. I just made that up. There is no Lady Goo Goo. There should be a Lady Goo Goo. And what if she was really talented, and then like she and Lady Gaga got into like this big, this big singing war, and it's like Gaga versus Goo Goo. Anyways, so you look at these singers, these artists who have heavy promotion behind them, and Adele releases a song, and within 8 minutes it has 8,700 quadrillion views on YouTube, and you type in the name Adele in the search field on YouTube, and your computer ignites. Your house burns down. Everyone in your family dies. Why? Because it is so promoted. It's just complete and total chaos. The world's coming to an end. All because of the heavy promotion behind these singers. My advice to anyone is watch television with your stupid phone by your side and use whatever app you need to use to find out what song or who the artists are when the song comes on. You're going to find artists. If we like music, if we really look at music as an art and want to find good crap, we've got to just not allow this world to spoon feed us everything that comes out of people's mouths that the music world wants to promote. Here's another song by Adele. You like Adele. Open wide. Here it is. we don't want to be spoon-fed everything that the music world is trying to tell us we should like. You know, you are an individual. You have taste. Go out there and find the music you like. It's actually not that hard. It just requires a crap ton of work because of the world we live in. All right, that is it. My name is Arty Asher. Thank you for watching this episode of WGLC. Until next time, keep it groovy.